Welcome back. I'm back. You're back. Hey, we back. Welcome everyone to this episode on the Ultimate Sports TV, guys. It has been 2 years and no one in the AFC has yet to dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, over time, teams have given us a blueprint and a glimpse of how to beat the Chiefs. We've seen the Patriots do it. We saw the Bucks do it just last year in the Super Bowl, and we see some other teams give us a little glimpse of how you can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So it's only right that in this video, we name the biggest threat to Kansas City, guys. Is it Buffalo? Is it Cleveland? Is it Baltimore? Is it the Colts maybe, or the Titans, guys? I'm going to give you that answer right after I remind you to subscribe to the Ultimate Sports TV. Because if you are not subscribed, missing out on so much, people, because this is the hot spot. Get lots and lots of time from the Ultimate Sports TV spot with NBA and NFL content. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and join the TOS TV squad. Then when you're done with that, please like this video for me, share this video and YouTube channel, then comment down below who you think the biggest threat to the Kansas City Chiefs are in the comment section below. But now let's hop into this topic. Who is the biggest threat to the Kansas City Chiefs, guys? And to me, that has to be the Cleveland Browns. Now, overall, the Browns probably have the most complete team out of all the league in the NFL. But when we're looking at it more in depth of how they're the biggest threat to the Chiefs, look, they have the run game to keep the Chiefs off the field with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, with an offensive line that is the best run-blocking offensive line in the league. Then they have a pass game, which was pretty good last year, but they'll be getting Odell Beckham Jr. back to add to Jarvis Landry, Austin Hooper, and Rashard Higgins. And Baker Mayfield will be even better this year in the second year of a system he's comfortable in with Kevin Stefanski. So that makes their offense two-dimensional with a good offensive line that'll run block and pass block well, with a good pass game and a great run game. Then we look at the defense. That's something they didn't have last year, and it's probably the largest reason why they didn't beat the Chiefs last year. They added John Johnson, Troy Hill. They added Greg Newsome and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in the draft. Then they added Jadeveon Clowney. That adds to Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward, and then they'll be getting Grant Delpit and Greedy Williams back. So they have the pass game and pass defense set up, and they can rush Patrick Mahomes, which really disrupts him, because if you can get some pressure on Patrick Mahomes, just like the Buccaneers showed us, then you can definitely keep him off track. And I think with Jadeveon Clowney, Myles Garrett, and Malik Jackson up front, it'll definitely be able to rival that upgraded Chiefs offensive line. Now, everyone, between the Browns and the Bills, I think that competition to see who's the biggest threat to Kansas City is really close. Like, we saw the Buffalo Bills make it to the AFC Championship game last year. They have the pass attack to rival Kansas City, and they have that pass defense, but they don't have the run game to keep any team off the field, and their pass rush doesn't really generate a lot of pressure. Last year they didn't do that, and I don't see them doing that this year, just because they don't really have the pieces on that defensive line to do that. When we're looking at the Ravens, their pass attack needs to be more consistent, because we've saw them numerous times not be able to keep up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And look, their pass rush might digress a little bit this season, just because they lost Yannick Ngakoue and they lost Matt Judon. Those are big losses, and those are two guys that are really important to your success on the defensive line. Now, when we're looking at the Colts, they're a team I think could also close in on being the biggest threat to Kansas City this season, but it all relies on what we see from Carson Wentz. And if you want to bank on that, it's probably not going to be your best bet, because you have better teams in front of them. Now, when we're looking at the Titans, here's the bottom line. They just need a better defense. They're a defense away, and I don't really see their defense being all that this year. It definitely did upgrade, but I don't think it'll be what the Browns defense will be this year. So those are really my reasons on why other teams probably aren't the biggest threat to Kansas City. Now, when we're looking at the Browns and the Bills, I think it's very close, and I think the Titans could also close in on it all this season. And then when we're looking at the Colts, Carson Wentz needs to prove that he can be a good quarterback, and the Ravens' passing attack needs to get better. So when we're looking at the whole big picture of things and all the teams in the AFC, that's how I think it all folds out. But when we're looking at the Browns, they have the blueprint. And when we look at teams that have been able to beat the Chiefs, we've seen the Buccaneers have a good pass rush in the Super Bowl and disrupt Patrick Mahomes. The Browns have Malik Jackson, Jadeveon Clowney, and Myles Garrett on that defensive line, and I think that'll be something they'll be able to do this season. Now, when we look at that rushing attack with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt and that offensive line leading the way, last year we saw the Raiders beat the Chiefs early in the year because they were able to keep them off the field, and their passing attack was able to show up along with the run game to control time of possession, and with that they beat the Chiefs. And then we've seen good passing attacks beat the Chiefs before. Let's say the Patriots with Tom Brady. We've seen the Tom Brady Buccaneers beat the Chiefs with a good passing attack. So the Browns have the formula to beat the Chiefs, and they're the most complete team in all of football, and that's really going to help their case, guys. Will they beat the Chiefs? That's a story for another day, and that's another story I'll tell in another video, guys. But that's it for me. This is Malik Hicks, aka the Ranker of the Ultimate Sports TV, signing off. Make sure you give your biggest threat to Kansas City down in the comment section below. Hey, I got the Browns, and I think it's going to be very close this year, and we'll see if the Browns can dethrone Kansas City, guys. Other than that, again, this is Malik Hicks, aka the Ranker of the Ultimate Sports TV, signing off. Peace out, and I'll see you in my next one.